This is possibly the best month for Boruto fans, bro. Not only do we get chapter 4 leaks in about 9 days, but also we get a new Naruto game that we can low-key just spam until we get bored, you know what I'm saying? And I will be playing it, I don't know, probably on YouTube or Twitch, I don't know, I haven't decided. But if you guys want to see that, put on post notifications for this channel because we will be playing it. We will be playing the new Boruto story with the Susanoo, with the red Susanoo. I know y'all guys seen it in Naruto vs Sasuke. I do want to see that, so I might just play that before I play the original story mode. But anyway, chapter 4 leaks will be dropping, man. A lot of people have been saying it's a flashback arc, including me. That's what I think. I made a video on chapter 4. Make sure you guys go check that out. I just mentioned some interesting theories about what could be happening for chapter 4 based on what people say on Twitter, and then I gave my thoughts on it. So if you guys are interested, yeah, go check that out. A lot of people believe we could be getting Boruto versus KAWAKI early for chapter 4. A lot of people think, you know, Boruto could just meet up with Kashi Koji and Sasuke. A lot of people think Code will be unalived in the next chapter. Man, people think a lot of stuff, but what's the most likely, you know? What is the most likely? For me, I think the most likely is Kishimoto takes a break from the fights. You know, we already seen what Boruto could do. That's the main thing he wanted to reveal. He wanted to reveal Boruto's strength, and then we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of what happened in the past. We have to go over that. Like, Kishimoto cannot skip over that. We have to know what happened to Boruto and why he's basically a whole different character now. But as usual, make sure you go subscribe to I Am Dynasty. His channel link will be in the description below. If you leave a like on this video, you gotta leave a like on that video. It's just showing love, bro. You gotta show love in the Boruto community. You feel what I'm saying? But when the chapter 4 leaks come out, all that will be on this channel. It will be on this channel. So make sure you guys go subscribe for that. Subscribe, turn on post notifications because we're gonna break down all the leaks and everything. But without further ado, let's get into the video.
Kishimoto is setting up one of the best flashback arcs that we have seen in a while, as all the plot points seem to have been set, and now he is ready to reveal everything that happened in the time skip that caused Boruto to change. From the fight versus Boruto and Code, Sasuke's fate, and Boruto training with Kashi and Koji.
Like I said, everything will start to make sense once this chapter comes out. A lot of things are just foggy, like what does Boruto really know? What's like, a lot of people think he knows Sage Mode and all that will be revealed, bro. We have to be patient. The dialogue filled chapters, I know nobody likes it in no type of manga, bro. We want to see constant action and constant action, but that stuff is necessary for a story to, you know, kind of flow. You have to have that dialogue filled chapter so everybody can understand what's going on. There's a lot of question marks we gotta uncover. What happened to Sasuke? How did they meet Koji? What did Boruto really learn? What caused Boruto to really start acting like this? Because we know he was all giddy at the end of chapter 80, and now he's like just dead ass serious. Like, we need to know all that, bro. Like, how did he come to this in just a 3-year span? And people can say, oh yeah, he's just maturing, bro. He's just a kid turning into a man. No, everybody could tell this is more traumatic than maturing. So we would need to know what happened. I want to know what happened.
We are about to learn everything, and this might have been already confirmed by the preview for the next chapter. So the preview for the next chapter is what happened to Boruto, who left the village in the past. A lot of people believe that the previews tend to be very vague.
Yeah, most of the time, bro, the things that they say at the end of chapter will be elaborated on the next chapter. So at the end of chapter 3, they mentioned the 10 tails. Kawaki called Boruto and Uchiha adoptee. Kind of ironic, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, we know it's ironic. So that's the attention that they're trying to bring to the story. What happened to Sasuke and the thing about the 10 tails. I mean, they're setting it up perfectly for it to be like a little flashback. My only thing is that, you know, since the manga is monthly, we cannot have like 3 months full of like flashbacks, bro. They gotta start it up and wrap it up and at least 1 or 2 chapters. 2 chapters being the max, bro, because I'm trying to get back into the story, and I know you guys are too. So that's what we just have to deal with for now.
This is kind of the case, but they do tend to hint towards what is going to happen. The preview for the previous chapter was about Boruto and what he may have learned in the time skip. And then in the chapter that followed, we saw Boruto use his Uzuhigo, and then we find out a portion of the power that Boruto learned in the time skip. And now that we see that the preview is talking about what Boruto went through in the past, it is not wrong for us to believe that the next chapter could deal with Boruto and potentially us having a flashback arc. Because it is already quite clear that Boruto has changed a lot. We can see this in his demeanor, we can see this in the way that he interacts with people like Code, Kawaki. Boruto has changed a lot, not simply based on him being a lot more mature. This was already the case ever since the Omnipotence arc. But
now a lot of people just wanted Boruto to act like this from the jump, man. From chapter 1, when they seen that little prequel with Boruto versus Kawaki at the end, everybody wanted Boruto to act like this. A little bit of edge to him. Now he's not edgy. I can't even call him edgy. He's just serious, you know, he's standing on business. That's all you gotta say. But when the time calls for it, he could be a little bit lighthearted. Now that's the ideal character that people want Boruto to be. Let me know in the comment section, do you like this Boruto better or do you like the pre-time skip one? Let me know.
We see that Boruto doesn't seem as happy, doesn't seem as cheerful as he once was. And this is what we could be finding out in this next chapter.
Nothing to be happy about, bro.
Boruto has not only changed his
Nothing to smile
demeanor and
about.
his character, but he has also changed his fighting style. It has definitely evolved. And him using a sword is quite similar to what Sasuke has done in the past. As Sasuke also learned how to use a sword in the time skip.
Facts.
We can see that Sasuke had a lot of influence in his abilities, the way he acts, his expression, and even his Usuhiko ability.
Yeah.
Because
standing on business
Usuhiko is quite similar to something that Sasuke did in the past when he tamed lightning and gave birth to a new jutsu called Kirin. He took a natural force of the planet, being lightning, and tamed it and incorporated in his jutsu, which is called Kirin. Boruto does something quite similar. So
you know what? Why didn't I even think of Kirin when I thought of Uzuhiko? Sasuke is literally the first one we've seen who took the properties of the earth and incorporated it into his own jutsu. So Uzuhiko is similar to Kirin if you think about it like that. A dude with Naruto's strength with Sasuke's demeanor gotta be top 3 shinobi of all time. Playing no games, straight standing on business. Like, that's what Boruto is right now, bruh.
I believe that Sasuke may have played a big influence in Boruto developing this technique. The way Boruto is fighting, him using a sword. I love everything that Kijimoto is doing there and the influence that we see Sasuke having in Boruto. And it is quite evident, everybody knows, Boruto seems just like Sasuke. But with what we have seen in this recent chapter, we can't deny that Kashin Koji has also had an effect in Boruto's fighting style. When we see that Boruto managed to implant a
this scene right here, this panel right here caused uproar in the Boruto community. This panel right here got everybody believing Boruto could just summon toads. You know, that is likely, okay? That is a possibility. But there's also a possibility that Koji just summoned them himself, implanted one onto Boruto, and then Boruto implanting one onto Code. You know, it would be cool if Boruto can summon toads. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, that would be tough. It would also be tough if he learned Sage Mode. I wouldn't be against that either. Do I like it? I don't think it's probably the most useful amp he could have. He has Karma, we all know that. I feel like that should be his main amp. I feel like we shouldn't even dabble in the Sage Mode with this character. His whole character revolved around Karma for so long, I don't want to change it. He still needs to act on the Karma, you know? If he needs an amp, just go to the Karma, be able to tame it. Now, Summon Toads, I don't have a problem with that. But I don't think Boruto has Sage Mode. And I don't think you guys should believe that neither. You know, it's just a false narrative at this point. Him summoning toads, I like that. I like that a lot. I like that. But even though a lot of people wanted him to summon a snake, something like Sasuke and Mitsuki, that didn't come out of nowhere. In the anime, Boruto was able to summon Garaga for like a arc, and then they had to part ways. It's then to be like, you know what? Garaga's gonna come back and meet Boruto and they're gonna work together. That's where it stemmed from. So all these theories don't come out of the blue. Garaga was a tough character. He was tough. He didn't trust humans because he got betrayed in the past by one. Boruto comes along, shows him that some humans can actually be nice. It's similar to Naruto and Kurama. That could have been tough. You know, you got time skip Boruto and Garaga working together, and everybody knows the summoning scales to the master. So everybody's saying like, you know what, Garaga, he's kind of weak, bro. Nah. The way Boruto would be able to utilize him, he would look stronger than any other summon we ever seen in the series. Besides the 10 tails, probably. Let's relax, you know? Besides the 10 tails.
Which is quite similar to what Kashin Koji did to Konohamaru. In the fight they had after they finished taking down Ayo, Kashin Koji ended up fighting Konohamaru. They had a Rasengan clash and—
Wait, did he say Ayo? That's not even how you say it.
Kashinkoji did to Konohamaru. In the fight they had after they finished taking down Ayo,
Ayo. Ayo. Oh, brother.
Kashinkoji
Ayo.
ended up fighting Konohamaru. They had a Rasengan clash, and somehow we had a Toad who appeared on Code's hip.
Oh man, that's
after
funny, bro.
Boruto
That's
and
funny.
Code fought. This already shows the similarities in the fighting style that we see between Kashinkoji and Boruto, which demonstrates the influence that Kashinkoji must have
Dude
had
look good with
on
Sage
Boruto.
Mode, but I don't know about that
definitely
Jogan.
believe
Ew.
that Kashinkoji
That's nasty.
trained him in some sort of way. And what's quite interesting is that in the fight versus Kashinkoji and Konohamaru, Kashinkoji made the Toad explode, which was on Konohamaru's hip, which ended up doing a lot of damage to Konohamaru.
Yeah, but
so
it's
could this be the
Konohamaru.
case that Boruto somehow ends
He's
up
not
detonating
durable at
the
all.
Toad that he put on Code's hip and uses a different way of transportation for him to get to Code, but
Oh,
still
damn.
do damage to Code.
Yeah. Yo, what if he just burns the shit out of Code, bro? That would be insane. That's another way you could get Code out of there. He doesn't know that Toad is on him. I mean, Code caught off guard, just being lit on fire. But I don't know how much firepower that Toad packs. Hey! We could be having Code kebabs
At
for
the
dinner,
same
bro.
time, it's going to be quite interesting to see how that develops. But the one thing we can't deny, both Kashinkoji and Sasuke have had a major influence in the way that Boruto fights. And this
Obviously.
might cause a bit of a problem or dilemma with Boruto potentially having two masters, because most of the time
It doesn't. Hold on, bro. Like I said in the video, Boruto having two masters is probably one of the best things Kishimoto has done. Because if we look in the past, right, Uchihas don't count. We already know they're proficient in fire style. When you have a clan like the Uchiha, right, they're already proficient in one chakra nature, that being fire. Sasuke just added his own, being lightning. Boruto, you could say he's the same as Sasuke. Since Sasuke didn't have the luxury of having two masters, well, you could probably say Kakashi and Orochimaru. Boruto has the luxury, and he's put in a much better position than Sasuke. Boruto's proficient in like wind and lightning, both equally. And then you got water on the side. He is tough in water, but Sasuke believes his most proficient is lightning. Now Koji could believe it's wind. I believe he's equally as good at both. So to have two masters to teach him both of those sides, and eventually probably mix them two together to create a new release, whether that be Typhoon release, whatever. I'm just giving an example. Boruto having two masters is not bad, because he's proficient in two other chakra natures that he needs to master. He needs to master these two if he wants to pose a challenge to the upcoming threats. You look and see how many masters Naruto had. Kakashi counts, Jiraiya counts, Killer Bee counts. You could say even Iruka. Even Asuma taught him a thing or two about his wind chakra nature because they both had the same thing. So having more than one masters in a series, or let's just say Boruto, let's just keep it simple, say Boruto, is not a bad thing, you know? Especially when you got a prodigy like Boruto, you're trying to make him as OP as possible. Mind you, Boruto is basically the last hope here. He's Trunks in this situation. If he can't defeat the upcoming threats, it's over. He's the last hope. You gotta make this boy as OP as possible. You better stop playing.
especially in Naruto, we haven't seen characters being trained by two people at the same time, because usually one person is trained by a certain character, then after that character leaves or potentially dies, and he is trained by a different character. And a lot of people believe, since we have Boruto having two masters, this could end up being the case where somebody out of Sasuke or Kashinkoji may have died. So let's discuss this possibility. The thing that most people would say is that Sasuke is the one who ended up dying. So Boruto and Sasuke trained for a certain amount of time. Then after, Sasuke must have died. A lot of people would say that this would be during the fight versus Code and Boruto, which I personally disagree, but
what are the odds that Koji was also present in the fight against Code 2 years ago? I mean, if that's the case, it's already 3 against 1. And although we know Koji and Sasuke cannot stand a chance against Code, you know, Koji being, I guess, relative to a drained Jigen, I guess they could pose some assistance to Boruto if Boruto gets an ant from his karma. And also, we don't know. It's 2 years ago, and Boruto's training is said to be 3 years. So with Boruto having 1 year of training under his belt already, we don't know how powerful he was when he fought against Code. So without knowing this knowledge, all the more reason to have a flashback arc so we can kind of grasp how everything happened.
something may have happened to Sasuke, and then we see Kashinkoji, who helps Boruto out and decides to train him. This could definitely end up being the case, but there's a few problems with this theory. Is that if you believe that Sasuke died versus Boruto and Code's interaction in the time skip, I don't think that's the case. We know that Code is a heavy trash talker. Even though he doesn't win, he likes to trash talk. And if Code killed Sasuke, he would have mentioned it in their conversation.
That boy Code is like a Pat Bev out there, bro. Just straight talking shit. Can't even back it up, just straight talking. I respect it though, because you gotta talk your mess, bro. You got to, or people just gonna run over you. Even though Code still gets trampled, he be talking this shit. You know what? I'm gonna give Code a W. Code, you don't get W's by fighting, but you know your wordplay, it got you a W in my book, man. You got a W, bro. Finally, my boy.
Before they ended up fighting, which is the main reason I don't believe Sasuke participated in the fight that Boruto and Code had in the time skip. I don't think that's the case. And I don't think there is a problem with Boruto being trained by two people at the same time. So a lot of people don't want Boruto to take the same path as Naruto. They don't want Boruto to gain Sage Mode because it feels like it's too repetitive. They don't want Boruto to be a Rasengan spammer because that's the same thing that Naruto ended up doing.
We don't want the Boruto Naruto clone allegations to come up, bro. We don't want that. That's not what we want, alright? If that pops up, then I'm gonna have to make another video. I'm tired, bro. Black Clover is already dealing with something like that. It's twice as likely to happen because this is Naruto's son we're talking about. If Boruto does a few things that's even close to what Naruto did, you know, Sage Mode, even spamming shadow clones or multiple shadow clones at the same time while fighting, could spew up the Naruto clone allegations. We don't want that. So Boruto actually having a sword and fighting totally different from Naruto is a clear-cut W in my opinion.
And it definitely seems like the authors also agree with this line of thinking. Boruto's path, especially when it comes to his Rasengan, has been quite different from Naruto. He has been a genius in that regard. When it comes to Boruto not having a large chakra reserve, he creates things like the compression Rasengan. When
my
it comes
favorite
to
Rasengan, by the way.
Being small, he ended up using his lightning style to enhance that Rasengan without even knowing and creating the vanishing Rasengan. Everything tells me already that Boruto won't be going down the same path as Naruto, because Naruto wasn't really a genius, but we see Boruto have more of the genius archetype that Minato had, which is why I also agree that Boruto will not be.
I feel like he's a mix between the two
as Naruto.
I don't feel like he's either one or the other.
Reason why Boruto is trained by two people, which is not really seen a lot, because we always see that one person who ends up training the character and they develop such a great bond. And this is just another reason why I believe Sasuke is not dead, because Sasuke and Boruto have to develop an even greater bond.
Like I said, bro, stop thinking Sasuke could just be taken out of the story so easily. He's not a bot, bro. It's going to take a top-notch Otsutsuki or at least Code to take him out. Nobody else could do it. I promise you, bro. And if Code didn't outright and say, like I killed that Uchiha, or rub it in Boruto's face that he couldn't protect his master, which he would probably do, then Sasuke is still alive. A claw grind is not taking out Sasuke. No lower threat than Otsutsuki is taking out Sasuke. It's just not happening. And Code being a D1 shit talker, he's gonna rub it into Boruto's face how he unalived Sasuke and he couldn't do anything about it. So Sasuke is alive, bro. The fact that Code didn't even mention him means he's alive.
Before Sasuke and
I gotta stop disrespecting,
I'm not saying
bro.
that the bond that they have is not good enough, but I would take something like Jiraiya and Naruto for example. They had that 3 years together, so when Jiraiya ended up dying, it hit Naruto even more because they spent time together for 3 years where they had nobody else to talk to. It was mainly them against the world. But if Sasuke ends up dying around 1 year into the time skip, it wouldn't be bad, but it wouldn't have given them a lot of time to develop the bond that they have. So I personally believe that there needs to be more time into Sasuke and Boruto's bond before we see Sasuke dying.
Even if Sasuke did die, we don't know how Boruto would react, you know, because everybody handles trauma differently. We see how Naruto handled it, we seen how Sasuke handled it. Everybody handles trauma differently. You know, trauma could turn one character into a complete psychopath. Another one could turn them cold-hearted and, you know, determined like Boruto. And then it could motivate and only grow the person like, you know, Naruto. So this Boruto right here could be a result of Sasuke's death. I'm not saying it couldn't. I'm just seeing the likelihood of Sasuke actually being dead. is closer to 0 than 100. That's all I'm saying.
Has to happen also in the manga, where we see more of Sasuke and Boruto having some team fight moments. We haven't really seen that ever since the Ishiki arc and the Momoshiki arc. We need to have Sasuke and Boruto develop a greater bond so that it hits the reader a lot more when Sasuke
they do need to get that bond
dying.
back.
And we also have to keep in mind that Sasuke and Boruto's relationship is inspired by Piccolo's and Gohan. And we know the bond that Piccolo and Gohan have. So I believe that we will be seeing greater moments between Sasuke and Boruto before Sasuke ends up dying. Because I am still convinced that Sasuke will die at some point in the series. But it is just not right now. Because right now, Sasuke, the one who went rogue in the past, knows everything about that lifestyle and is the best person to teach Boruto about it and deal with the emotions that he must currently have, which is quite evident in the changes that we see Boruto develop in the time skip. So I don't think that Sasuke is dead at all. I believe that Boruto has been trained by both Sasuke and Kashin Koji. And this means that we're going to be seeing Boruto develop some very cool abilities and jutsus. Because one thing that a lot of people have not really discussed is the fact that Boruto is a shinobi. And what I mean by that is that Boruto is going down the path of the shinobis, not necessarily the path of the Otsutsukis that I believe Kawaki will end up taking. So if Boruto is the last shinobi, I believe...
Damn, Kawaki becoming the one thing he hates the most? That's poetic. That's poetic. Through his actions alone, and Boruto proving to everybody that he's really Naruto's son by taking the righteous path. Sign me up! Sign me up, man. That's peak fiction right there. Peak fiction.
One of the best representations of what a shinobi should be. So the first thing that he has to do is gain some sort of control of all the nature transformations, which would be fire, earth, wind, lightning, and water. We know that Boruto already has wind, lightning, and water, but he is missing fire and earth. Because we have Sasuke and Kashin Koji who have mastered both of the remaining things that Boruto has to master. Sasuke has been shown to be able to use fire style over and over again, and we have seen in some of the novels that Sasuke is also able to use earth style when he creates a ring for Sakura, if you guys ended up watching the anime adaptation. This is also the case for Kashin Koji. We have seen Jiraiya use fire style over and over again, and Jiraiya has been shown to be able to use earth style too, which is just another reason why Boruto being trained by both Sasuke and Kashin Koji.
I mean, regardless, once he entered that karma state, he can use all 5 chakra natures at will. It doesn't even matter. Because we already know him having all the knowledge that Momoshiki has, he could probably do it. But they probably want to make him as overpowered as they can in base. So these two teachers, even more. That gives me even more of a reason to believe that these two are his main teachers. That's why we need this flashback arc, fellas. Don't you understand now? It has to happen. Do y'all believe Boruto can use fire release? Leave it out in the comment section right now. Has he mastered all 5? I think he's either done it or is hella close. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's that time, bro.
Is something that makes a lot of sense. But one thing that I believe that a lot of people have forgotten is the fact that Sasuke promised Boruto that he would teach him a move that is greater than Chidori. We have seen in the anime that Boruto and Sasuke had a conversation where Sasuke told Boruto that he would never be able to use the Chidori. And Boruto was kind of bummed out about it because of how cool the ability really is, where Sasuke ended up promising Boruto that he would teach him an ability that is even greater than the Chidori. I don't know what the ability may be, but I think that it might be some sort of Shinjutsu, just like the one that is described by Amado when he explains Shibai Otsutsuki, because he says that Shibai Otsutsuki was able to generate storms from the wave of his hand and call forth thunderbolts.
Not gonna lie, he been caught on the Yap alert. That's one Yap alert right there. It won't be no Shinjutsu. Sasuke cannot teach Boruto no Shinjutsu. That's a Yap. I'm not gonna lie.
Just an
but he been solid the rest of the video.
So this may potentially
I ain't gonna lie,
be
he been solid, bro. But that's a Yap right there.
Boruto, maybe he doesn't roar. I don't know if that's in Boruto's character, but Boruto could call forth thunderbolts with his or new Shinjutsu ability that he has learned during his time skip training with Sasuke. Obviously, Sasuke is not able to do that, but Sasuke may have been the one to guide Boruto into learning how to use these sorts of abilities. And I definitely think that this is a genuine possibility. and would make a lot of sense for Boruto as an Otsutsuki. But we all knew that Boruto was going to learn a lot from Sasuke. This makes a lot of sense. But what exactly did Boruto learn from Kashin Koji? Watch this video right here to find out the ability that is even greater than Sage Mode that Boruto has been able to
That's how you do it, bro. That's how you YouTube right there. That's how you YouTube right there. So anyway, great video by I Am Dynasty, bro. Make sure y'all go check him out. What do you guys think Boruto has learned or we will see in this flashback arc come chapter 4? Let me know if you even think we will get a flashback arc. Let me know what you think is gonna happen in chapter 4, man. We only 9 days away and I couldn't say I'm any more excited as I was from chapter 1. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. The Discord link is in the description below. Make sure you guys go join my Discord, man. Comment down what I need to react to next or put it in my Discord. Either one, I'm gonna be, looking in both. But anyway, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and until my next video, I'm out. Peace.